Hi
Good morning, dear students. Today we are about to start the fourth lesson called pollination. And in this lesson, we will learn about the parts of a flower, bisexual and monosexual flowers, the need of pollination for plants, the process of pollination, self and cross-pollination. So these are the parts which we are going to study in this lesson. So before going through your book of page 24, I would like to rather give you a small introduction of the whole lesson. So listen carefully about the introductory part.
This is pedicel.
Hi students, today we'll learn about pollination and fertilization in plants. So let's start that all living beings reproduce, that is, all living beings give birth to the same kind, and similarly plants too produce their own kind, and most of the plants reproduce through seeds, that is, they produce seeds which when it germinates and produces a new plant. Let us see how these seeds are produced. Classes. So there is a pedicel which is green in color, or we call it as a stalk. Then there is a broader part which is called a receptacle, and all other parts are arranged in four holes. The first hole is of green sepals, second is the colorful petals, and third is stamens, which is the male reproductive part. Fourth is the carpel or pistil, which is the female reproductive part of a flower. Stamen consists of a long stalk called filament and a swollen head called anther. It consists of numerous very small pollens, which are male reproductive cells. Pistil consists of a sticky structure called stigma attached to a long tube-like structure called style. And style ends in a swollen part called ovary. And this ovary contains the female reproductive cells called ovules. So our next topic is bisexual and monosexual flowers. In most of the plants, flowers have both male and female parts. As we know, the male part is the stamen and the female part is the pistil. Such flowers are called bisexual flowers, or they can also be called as a complete flower. You can give an example of bisexual flowers as hibiscus, rose and jasmine. In some other plants, the flowers contain either the male part, stamen, or the female part, pistil. Such flowers are called monosexual flowers. They are also known as incomplete flowers. For example, flowers of the pumpkin and papaya are the example of monosexual flowers.
How do pollens reach the stigma?
The need for pollination
Flowers
of plants.
have bright petals and
Now in the previous class, we have seen the main functions of flowers, which is to form fruits and seeds. And to form seeds, the male and female cells or the gametes of a flower need to come in contact with each other. So at the first step for this, the pollen from the anther should reach the stigma of a flower. So the process of transferring pollen grains from the anther of a flower to the stigma of a same flower or another flower is called pollination. Now let us see how pollination takes place in flower. The process of pollination. We have seen that most of the flowers have colorful and attractive petals. Some of them have fragrances too, and most of them produce a sweet liquid called the nectar. All these serve the purpose of attracting insects or birds. And children, you might have seen the bees, butterflies and birds sitting on the flowers. They sit on flowers to feed on pollen and nectar. When they touch or move around the flower, the pollen grains from the anthers stick
of
to the
long
part of their
tubes
body.
called style.
When they sit on another
Pollens
flower,
reach the
the
ovary,
pollen grains
where
that were stuck to
ovules
their
are
body
present,
may fall
and
off there
fertilization
or stick to
occurs,
the stigma of
leading
that
to the
flower.
formation of seeds.
Other than the insects
So
and
this
birds,
process of
bats,
pollens
water
reaching the
and
sticky
winds
tops of
may also
pistils
transfer
is
the pollen
called
grains from one
pollination.
flower to another. They are called
And
as the
pollens may
pollinators
reach to the
or the
stigma of the
pollinating
same
agents.
flower or
Now,
stigma
pollen
of
transfer to
different
stigma
flowers.
may
When
happen
pollens
within the
reach the
same flower
stigma
or
of the same
between
flower,
different
it is
flowers.
called
And based on this,
self-pollination.
pollination is of two
And
types,
when pollens reach the
self-pollination
stigma
and
of different
cross-pollination.
flowers of the same
So let
kind,
us read them
it's called
about in detail.
cross-pollination.
Self-pollination and
So
cross-pollination.
kids,
If the
we
pollen
now
grains are
know
transferred
what
to the
is
same flower
fertilization
or to another
and
flower
what
of the
is
same plant,
pollination.
it's called
Now we
self-pollination.
will learn about different
And if the pollen
agents
grains are
of
transferred to the
pollination.
flower
Insects
of another
like
plant,
bees,
it's called as
butterflies, beetles,
cross-pollination.
etc.
That's the
are the
simple
main
definition
agents
of
of
self-pollination
pollination.
and cross-pollination.
Birds and mammals
By this,
too
we come to
pollinate
the
some
end of
flowers.
this chapter.
Wind
Hope you
also
might
acts
have
as an
enjoyed the
agent of pollination.
chapter, and
Water too
please go
acts
through
as
a
an
China
agent
rose
of
and see in detail.
pollination.
Then you will
So
be able to
kids,
understand
today we
the
learned
parts of the
about
flowers.
fertilization
And go to a
and
garden
pollination.
and you see the birds or the insects or the bees. They might be coming and sitting on the flowers, and they watch their activities. That will clarify your doubts. So this is how we have come to an end of this lesson.